There's been a lot in the press lately about these type of, these road traffic issues. I was down in Durham yesterday. We're having to drive around. There's massive, massive traffic infrastructure. New traffic lights being put up at roundabouts that have been successful for many, many years. And now we've got this, so where's the money coming from? I mean, there's lots of money. We see lots of these getting removed and they're very, very quickly replaced. What's really going on? Well, I can tell you what's going on. This thing is an extremely dangerous piece of battlefield weaponry, lasers. Okay, the biometric sensors, the laser weapons, and you can kill you with this particular piece of hardware. Here we see the pulse modulating, what we call flicker. Flicker is extremely dangerous. This is the IAE of a report, right? And the damaging effects of pulse modulated light emissions. These are also pulse, but at a frequency that the camera is not picking up. But this weapon, we can actually see it's also got radar on the top here. It's a very dangerous piece of hardware. So what's really happening here? They're weaponizing the transport system, they weaponize the transport network, whether it be the electric cars, etc. All problematic, right? Rushing the technology, and not only that, illegal deployments. These are criminal acts, and I'll explain in a minute. These are multi-photon ionizing radiation emissions. These emissions cause radiation sickness, toxicity, photosensitivity, and seizures of drivers. Nobody's been warned about the pulse modulated frequency. And somebody, Transport for London, tell me they're LEDs. That's not what they are. All right, they're a biometric sensor, and they are using high-powered phased array lasers. Okay, Transport for London send me this. This is the standard for LEDs. That's what they've said. These are, I can tell by looking at them, they're not LEDs, right? These are laser diodes. There's the lens. There's the diode there. There's the laser diode, right? Here's the shell, and here's the lens, right, over the laser. Here's the laser symbol. So we've got a laser symbol, we've got a Bernhard, and we've got large power, right, input. We've got large power input into these banks of phased array lasers, which we know are class 4. So it's the most dangerous classification of a laser. So they are class 4s. We've got the details of that. And these are phased arrays. So that's times 24. So you've got 24 class 4 lasers in the front of that weapon. It's a weapon system. Make no mistake about it. Here it is here. It was always concerning about the, the coolant, the capability of this particular piece of hardware. Transport for London tell me that LEDs and that to flash so that this infrared camera can see in the dark. I mean, what a complete and utter load of nonsense. And only a significantly stupid person would believe that. These are even the vision system. Vision system has artificial light from the street furniture. Consequently, it doesn't even need, I mean, why does it even need an IR camera? Well, the IR camera, believe it or not, actually works in conjunction with the biometrics laser weapon, all right? Because it's gathering your biometric data. What's quite interesting, it's actually a criminal offence to fire a laser at a moving vehicle, but seems that the law only applies to you and not to these authorities. When we've asked for the environmental impact analysis, Transport for London have told me these don't exist. And like I said, we know about optical warfare and we know how to blind the enemy. And believe us, that's the type of equipment I would, if you wanted to blind an enemy on a battlefield, that's exactly the type of equipment that you would want to use. It was quite interesting, isn't it? So they want you out of your vehicle, so they're damaging your eyesight to blind you. That's quite interesting. So you go to the doctors, you can't see, your eyesight's damaged significantly, and consequently, you can't drive. Now, we know it was connected with some other things. I'm not going to go into that at the minute, but this is Microsoft's. Got to remember the Azure platform, right? It's a biometric sensor, and this is a cryptocurrency patent that links with, well, you know what. We also have the Surgeon General's document SV40, which is a problem for people going forward. We've got the information in relation to this, but going back to the Transport for London issue, Transport for London say this doesn't exist. all right? They said this Unix traffic unit doesn't exist. When I've explained it to them, right, what they've actually said is, right, clarify, we use ANPR cameras to enforce the ULS, not radar system. There's the radar system they're using to enforce it. This looks in the vehicle to see how many passengers there are. Right, Transport for London, very disingenuous, and they are disinforming people about the dangers posed to the equipment that they have deployed. Here it is, yeah. Hemedal, interesting name for you. The Guardian, basically the blocker, but we've also got, see, they're weaponizing the whole of travel. So these are extremely dangerous, yeah, where the maximum, the category 2 optical radiation emitters, the emission from that's 0.25 a second. You can see when they're traveling towards you, it causes glare, hazard. They're saying they're putting these up. Now, these EI fusion type technologies right across the country, Durham, no environmental impact analysis. They're saying it's for your safety, but they're allowing vehicles to come on the road that cause glare, harm to the eyesight, damage to the person, blindness, and accidents. So they're causing accidents, they're allowing this to happen. They're telling you that they're going to put these fusion type radar type technologies. These are mobile units, by the way. They're going to put mobile units up, basically battlefield weapon systems across your cities and towns, because you see, they want your class as a national security threat if you've got a private vehicle. So this will end up people getting fines, people not being able to drive, having their licenses taken off them. This is all part of the criminal terrorism agenda, right? These on all traffic lights, and this is the reason why they want to put traffic lights up, because it's an access point for the biometric radar. So they're scanning your environment, they're scanning your vehicles, right, to monitor. Basically, they're pouring massive amounts of radiation into your vehicle, including optical radiation from oncoming vehicles. This isn't about your safety. This is about your destruction, your control, and so they can get more and more people out of their vehicles by banning them, etc. So it's really important that people stop this. This is what you would see as a normal phased array radar type elements, got 150 meters range. This is what is in the top of the traffic lights. These are inductors, these are banker capacitors, lots of power outputs here, extremely dangerous radar type technology. This is what's called rad hardened. So you've got the antenna, this on this block, which is this block here. So the antenna's on this side. You've then got an air gap, a resistor, and the electronics, this electronics on this side. That tells me this is a weapon system. So what they're doing, they're telling you that they need to look inside your vehicle. Think about the amount of energy, the amount of radiation they need to pump into that vehicle, right, so that they can find out whether there's 4 people in the vehicle, 2 people in the vehicle, whether you've got your seatbelt on, etc. This is extremely dangerous technology, all part of the 5th generation warfare agenda. And they've got portable units right across the country now. Obviously, they're having trouble in London with, with a lot of this type of weaponry hardware getting removed. It's getting removed as quick as what they're putting up. But isn't it amazing how they've got as much money? They've got as much money as you want to increase the infrastructure, this traffic infrastructure, right? Because I can tell you now, they're planning something extremely problematic going forward, and we're far too early.